एयर ट्रैवल का तो अभी सोच भी नहीं सकता. नॉट सेफ, टू मेनी पीपल.
बाय एयर तो तब जाऊंगा जब मिडिल सीट खाली होगी.
I don't think I'll be traveling anytime soon. Probably if there's an emergency or something, then maybe, but not for fun or for vacations or anything.
Air travel. कहाँ चलना है बस ये बताओ. I think that the industry is taking relevant measures for the passengers so that their journey is hygienic and safe. That brings some level of confidence in me. So I don't mind doing that. So तू बता दे बस जब चलना है मैं चलने को तैयार हूँ.
So these were some of the responses I got when I asked my friends, would you travel by air? In fact, I posted an Insta story the other day asking your opinion as to what's your take, would you travel by air during these times? And I got tons of responses. Now I know a lot of us are skeptical about flying as passengers during these trying times. And why shouldn't we? The threat is real. And therefore it's understandable that some people actually want to wait it out and fly again when the curve is flat. I also encourage fly only if you need to, or if there is an absolute necessity, then choose air travel. But that being said, we cannot disagree that air travel is one of the safest and the fastest mode of transportation that is. Hi guys, and greetings to my aviation family. Welcome back to my channel B-Winger, and I am Ravish Bhalla. But the real question that pops up is, post-lockdown, is air travel safe? So let's find out. Jokes off.
Take care of you.
So guys, before the intro video, I had asked, post-lockdown, is air travel safe? The answer to this question has a condition, a very important condition. Air travel is safe, provided, if we are responsible for our own safety. After watching several news channels, reading articles, talking to various people from the industry and not from the industry, here are my 6 reasons why I think air travel is safe. Guys, I request you to watch this video till the very end, as I'm going to talk about what all arrangements the government and the airline has done to make sure our air travel is as safe and contactless as possible. At the same time, I'm going to be giving you some tips whilst I explain my reasons that you can apply to make sure your air travel is even safer. So let's get it started. Reason number 1, filtration. That is thermal scanning at every segment. Now, what do I mean by segment? So, our air travel mainly comprises of 4 segments. First, before entering the airport. Second, entering the airport. Third, entering the aircraft. Fourth, deplaning the aircraft and exiting the airport. So, let's begin with the first segment, before entering the airport. Tip number 1. Whenever you start packing for your air travel or take a cab for the airport, just glance through the guidelines issued by the Ministry of Civil Aviation. I've attached a PDF in the description box. It's very basic and it would just take 5 minutes and you'll get to know a lot what to do and what not to do in the airport. Tip number 2. Try coming to the airport 3 hours prior to your flight time and download the Arogya Setu app on your phone. Tip number 3. Web check-in is now mandatory, so make sure you've done a web check-in before coming to the airport. In fact, even before the lockdown, I always found web check-ins much more easier. The real air travel begins when you've reached the airport and stepped out of that cab. Before entering the terminal gates, there are social distance marking where we have to line up, and the first filter is the self-declaration. That is, the airport staff will be checking your status on the Arogya Setu app. This would generally happen while you're in the queue or at the terminal gate. You might also have to fill up a form regarding your medical condition. Your carry bags and your check-in luggage would be disinfected in a UV tunnel or in front of you outside the terminal gate. Second filtration is the thermal scanning done by the CISF or the airport staff at the terminal gate. Post that, we have to show our ID and our e-ticket. most of the ID points or touch points like the boarding gates, terminal gates, security checks are done with minimum or no physical contact with the passengers. There might be a situation where the CISF guard would actually tell you to show your face for identification. Tip number 4. How to show your face for identification.
Bruh.
So you will obviously be wearing a mask, and when the CISF guards tell you to show your face, people have the tendency to actually touch their face knowingly or unknowingly while opening the mask. If you see, my fingers are touching the nose. Another example is people actually touch their cheekbones, which is close to their eye, and then pull down their masks. The correct way and the right way to actually go about it is to actually hold the ends of the mask and then reveal your face.
Bruh.
One thing that I found cool at the terminal gate is a pedestal that you step onto to show your ID card and your e-ticket. That pedestal also acts as a disinfectant for your shoes. Third filtration is an automated thermal screening done in the area that differentiates between the land side and the air side. In non-technical terms, it's the area where you cross the terminal gate before you step into the actual airport. You know, when the AC air hits your face. Just before that, there's another automated thermal screening. Fourth filtration is another thermal scan done by the airline staff at the boarding gate before you enter the aircraft. So as you can see, there are so many filtrations, so many thermal scans being done for every passenger. Reason number 2, minimal contact or no contact at all touch points and ID points. That also brings us to our second segment, that is entering the airport. Tip number 5. Once you enter the airport, sanitize your hands and preferably wear something which has full sleeves. Pull out a jacket or something. Or if you were already wearing a full sleeve shirt, that'll do. Now, in order to get your boarding pass, there are kiosks present all over the airport. So proceed to the kiosk and get your boarding pass printed. After touching the screen, again sanitize your hands. That way you're not only protecting yourself but also helping others because you're giving them a clean screen after your usage. Now if you have a check-in baggage, proceed to the check-in counters and deposit your check-in baggage. Make sure you stuck the baggage label carefully on the luggage. Your baggage would also be disinfected on the baggage conveyor belt. If you're wondering where you would get the baggage label from, so this is usually provided by the airlines at the time of web check. Tip number 6. Just in case you don't get the baggage label, you can create a name tag for yourself and then stick it on the luggage. The seating arrangements before and after the security check have also been done in a way keeping physical or social distancing norms in mind. Now during the security check, obviously we have to keep in mind social distancing while we're in the queue. The tray we put our carry bag on is cleaned after every usage of the tray. The CISF personals now have extended metal detectors so that there is absolutely no physical contact with the passengers. Also, the boarding cards won't be stamped, rather it would be scanned. Tip number 7. The toilets and the washroom are cleaned after every person that uses the sink or the toilet seat. But for extra safety, I suggest to carry some wet wipes or toilet wipes before you use the toilet seats. And in fact, if you can avoid using the toilets, then nothing like it. Finally, when you proceed to the boarding gate, there would be another thermal scan as mentioned in my reason number 1 by the airline staff. If you notice, just before stepping out of the gate, the airline staff used to scan your ticket for the final count. This part would be done by us, the passengers. Again, to maintain no physical contact. Airlines are making sure that the buses that used to take loads of passengers in one go or in 2 trips will carry less number of passengers, and there are markers in those buses where the passengers would be seated. But in most airports, aero bridges are used. Just before entering the aircraft, you would also be getting a safety kit by the airlines, which would include a face shield, sanitizer, wipes, depending on the airlines that you choose to fly with, just to make sure that you have complete isolation from the other passengers seated next to you. Reason number 3, cleanliness in the aircraft. Which also brings us to our third segment, entering or boarding the aircraft, which is the most important segment by far. Now trust me, airlines would leave no stones unturned to keep the aircraft spick and span. After every flight, the aircraft is cleaned and disinfected thoroughly. Airlines are using synthetic leather seats instead of fabric seats. That is easier to clean and the accumulation of germs are also less. Tip number 8. Even if the aircraft is clean, I would suggest just to wipe the handles and the seat where you're seated at. Tip number 9. Avoid using the lab. And even if you have to, you know the drill. Wipe the toilet seats before and after your usage. But what about the people who are seated at the middle seat? Or if I get a middle seat, I won't travel. मैं तो तभी जाऊंगा जब बीच की सीट खाली होगी. These were some of the responses I got from the Insta story and also my friends. So that brings me to reason number 4, middle seats. To be honest, that's a very valid statement. But just to let you know, the virus does not spread only in one direction. What do I mean by that? Say for example, if you're seated in the aisle seat, the distance between the person who's seated at the back or in front of you is very less, approximately 32 to 40 inches. So in no way that fits the social distance norm if the person is seated in the middle seat or in the aisle seat behind or in front of you. In this case, passengers who are seated in the middle seat would be given a personal protective equipment by the airlines, which they have to dispose of in a biodisposable bag after the completion of flight. Just going off the topic, Avio Interior is a company that designs seats for aircrafts, and their latest design is something that we can consider for the future. So government, if you're watching this is just my request. Another concern was, what about the air in the cabin, which everyone is breathing? What if somebody coughs, the virus stays in the cabin? That brings me to reason number 5, HEPA filters, high efficiency particulate air filters. Now most of the airlines are using this state-of-the-art air filter. Now typically half or most of the air in the aircraft is fresh air. The air which is recirculated is from ceiling to the floor and not from front to back. This air which is recirculated is absorbed by HEPA filters, which rules out 99.9% virus and bacteria from the cabin. So technically the air that you breathe in is the cleanest air possible. Just to give you an idea how clean that air is, if you ever go to an ICU, the filters that are used in that room are HEPA filters. Segment number 4 and the final segment, deplaning and exiting the airport. One thing I don't understand, why do we get up from our seats when the aircraft has just landed? I mean why? जहाज रुकता भी नहीं है और हम लोग पहले ही खड़े हो जाते हैं. Tip number 10. Please, let's refrain ourselves from getting up from our seats when the aircraft has just landed. Let's be a little courteous towards each other and deboard one at a time. I cannot emphasize this enough. Even if you're the last person to deplane, the destination will still remain the same. Tip number 11. Just in case you do have to deboard the plane early because of some sort of emergency, inform the cabin crew. They'll do the needful. Once you step out of the aircraft, another thermal scanning would be done to check your vitals. And when you make your way out of the airport, one more self-declaration form is to be filled, which states that if you find any symptoms, you will let the medical authorities know about it. Tip number 12. Do not forget to dispose of the personal protective equipment given to you by the airlines. Don't take it home. It's something for a one-time use and it is supposed to be disposed of in a biodisposable bag. Reason number 6. Number of Indians that are flying. So out of 100% of the population of India, only 2 to 3% of Indians used to fly. That too before the lockdown. Which makes me more optimistic that the chances of spreading or contracting the virus now is even less. But that being said, I'm not trying to promote air travel. All I'm trying to say is that traveling by air during these times is safe, provided if we take proper precautions. Every Indian carrier, along with Ministry of Civil Aviation, has taken proper and rigorous measures just to make sure our air travel is as safe and contactless as possible. Now it's up to us how we adapt to these changes, how we adapt to the new normal. Together, we can make air travel safer. Travel only if you need to. And please be nice to the airline and the airport staff. Customer service should be our expectation at this hour. But just in case, if you find any of the staff rude to you, report them or escalate the matter to the higher authorities, as this would not create any scenes at the airport and not lead to overcrowding. Humans are resilient. Air travel will not stop. Flu will end. Everything will come back to normal. This is just a short-lived pain. But we all have to weather the storm. But this one will be over soon. According to Charles Darwin, theory of evolution, it's not the strongest species that survives. It's the one that adapts. On that note, I'm gonna end today's video. If you like this video, do share it with your friends, family, or anybody who's skeptical about flying during these times. And if you've got any suggestions as to how we can make air travel even safer, do let me know in the comment section. In the end, I'm going to leave you with certain comments of passengers who've traveled during these times. With that, remember, it's all about attitude. If you learn good, you fly. See you in the flight.
क्योंकि आज लोगों को ना सबको थोड़ा सा ये था कि पता नहीं फ्लाइट चलेगी नहीं चलेगी। मैं भी आया था तो मैं भी ये सोच रहा था कि पता नहीं फ्लाइट कल से न्यूज़ में दिखा रहे हैं कि जैसे महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने बोला था कि नहीं अभी नहीं यहाँ पे फ्लाइट नहीं करना चाहिए यहाँ पे। तो जैसे लोगों को थोड़ा सा जैसे ही आज ही होगा तो डेफिनेटली लोग काफ़ी बढ़ेंगे। अभी तो कुछ मैं खुद देख रहा था पूरी इतनी बड़ी प्लेन में मैक्सिमम 20-25 लोग होंगे।
The airport staff was very helpful and very organized. It was a smooth sail. We weren't confused at any point of time and we didn't have to wander around like trying to figure anything out. Everything was done like very well over there.